What would happen if you took a AA Lumintop tool and made the body out of TurboGlow instead of metal? Well, that's what we basically have here with the Lumintop Gift G1, a flashlight where most of the body is made out of TurboGlow and copper. And in case if you don't know, TurboGlow is a really good glow-in-the-dark material. It's the best out there, and I'll show you that performance here in a bit. The light is available in a number of body colors and both with Cree and Nisha emitter options too. Thanks to Lumintop for sending this to me to review. It's a fun light, so let's take a closer look. Lumintop has provided a 20% discount code if you're interested in picking one of these up. You'll find that in the description below, along with links to my social media pages. And while you're there, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Here is the box the light comes in. It's just a brown basic cardboard box. On the back side, you do have emitter options and the different body colors that are available for the light. You don't get a whole lot in terms of accessories. You get a couple extra O-rings. You get a yellow lanyard. You get an optional tactical ring here, which my light did come with, but I have taken off at the moment. And you get the light itself. The light does not come with a pocket clip, but I've installed one from a Ray light, which I'll talk about more in the retention section. Construction. The Gift G1 is made from TurboGlow with an internal aluminum sleeve for electrical conductivity, which we'll see here. It's a nice basic sleeve. The tail cap itself has that single spring in there, and the TurboGlow here is structural. You do have a semi-translucent button here, and you do get some LEDs inside there that makes the button itself glow. And I'll show this in my B-roll, but you can see the sides here have LEDs that cycle between red, blue, and green on either side. So that's a neat effect, and it only does that when you've got a 14500 battery in it. If you've got a standard AA or nickel metal hydride, you don't get those extra LED tail cap functions. The body here on the outside is made from that TurboGlow. It's basic in look, and it's smooth to the touch. TurboGlow does mark up a little bit, so you can expect it to be dirty. A magic eraser cleans it off pretty well. You do have this raw exposed copper head, and you can see mine's taken a nice patina on, and I've only carried this a few days, and you can see how nice it's getting already. Lumintop really does that nicely with their copper. You have minimal engraving here. You just have Lumintop and then the model number Gift G1. The lens and front assembly do come off easily. You have a plastic lens on here with kind of a TIR style optic, and then a little bit of a reflector cone that you can see there. And there is the LED raw that you can see. I've got the Nisha model. This makes it really moddable here, so you should be able to put whatever LED you wish in here really easily. I measured the length at 88 millimeters, minimum width on the body at 19.2 millimeters, diameter at the head at 21 millimeters. Diameter of the glow ring when it's installed is 30 millimeters. Weight of the light with the 800 milliamp hour battery and the Ray light clip, as you can see here, is 70 grams, and the light is IPX68 water rated. I've got a couple size comparisons here. Here's a Ray light Pineapple and an Olight i5T. You can kind of see, so it falls in there roughly with what the kind of standard AA style light is. The Lumintop is a little bit larger in overall diameter. So retention, I'll put in some pictures of what the light comes with the tactical ring installed. The only supplied factory option is the lanyard here, and I'm not a big lanyard guy, so for me that I kind of threw that one out immediately. As mentioned, the tactical retention option, the roll ring, anti-roll ring, cigar grip ring, whatever you want to call it, is optional and kind of pricey at $15. But for me, how I'm going to run this light is with a Ray light clip. This allows me to EDC it easily in my pocket. You do get quite a bit of light sticking out, which is something I don't like, but for this, it's not quite as bad. If you've got a Ray light Pineapple, those clips fit on here fantastic. I should note one thing, if you are going to carry it with a clip like this, I had more than one person stop me and say the light in my pocket was on, when in fact it's just those tail cap LEDs glowing, or TurboGlow glowing, so it does draw a bit of attention to itself in an EDC roll. The Gift G1 here is available with a Cree XP G3 LED in cool white, or a Nisha 219C LED in neutral white, which is what I've chosen. It can be powered off a AA or a 14500 style battery. I will include a chart here showing the claimed outputs for each emitter and battery combination so you can look at it. I found the beam pattern to be nice for EDC. You can see it's got a bit of a hot center with a large dim spill. Good for general shorter range tasks and medium range tasks out to maybe 200 feet or so. A quick note about that TurboGlow, it really does last a lot longer than your traditional glow-in-the-dark material, and with a light like this you'll really use it. You get lots of light leakage around the lens here, so the very front bezel glows on its own when you use it, and fun to charge up the body of the light, and you'll see that from my night shots. It's a lot of fun, and I think kids really love it. There is no visible PWM here to the eye or camera. Okay, here is the hyper glow on the Lumintop Gift G1. I just wanted to show you what it's like here at night. It's really charged up right now, so you can't see the tail cap, but I'll let this run for a few minutes and you'll see the main charge of that TurboGlow come down, and you'll start to see the colors on the tail cap here. I can see it with my eye, but the camera's having a hard time picking this up. You can start to kind of see it on the very top now. So it's been a couple more minutes and you can see the extra LEDs here, and these fade in and out, go green. It's green and red, then red and green, and then you get blue, which you can start to see that on camera pretty well here, and then light blue. Pretty neat look on the flashlight of that tail cap when you're using that lithium-ion battery. Okay, here are my night shots for the Lumintop Gift G1, and this is running the Nisha LED. I believe it's the 219C LED, and it is in your neutral white color, about 5000 Kelvin. This is in its low mode of 7 lumens. You can see it's a nice beam shape out of that TIR style optic. Bumping up, here is medium, 55 lumens. We can pan up at my fence, easily sees the backyard just fine. Quite a bit of light here actually. And it's a nice beam profile, no real defined hotspot. Here is high, 300 lumens, and I should mention this is running the lithium-ion battery. It's where you get those neat tail effect, and you get the best performance here in terms of output. The 300 lumen high mode reaches the neighbor's fence, no problem, illuminates his backyard without much of an issue. And top mode here is 500 lumens of turbo, and it's brighter, but nice shape of that beam there, no real defined hotspot. Nice EDC style beam here. A little bit of comparison here is a Raylight LAN, and this is running the Nisha 219C LED, but 4000 Kelvin. This is a traditional reflector, and we can see it's got a little bit more of a hotspot, a little bit more throw to it, and it's a little bit warmer beam. Similar output though. Here is the Lumintop. It is that neutral white, a little bit cooler beam, and you can see what it does at a claimed 500 lumens. So here is the Lumintop Gift G1 and the Raylight LAN. And here is what the Lumintop looks like after I've been running it here for a few minutes. I'd had the body previously charged. You can see the head glows brighter because that's where the light was coming from. And you can really see the tail cap LEDs here pretty well. You can see that they are glowing right now. They're both green. Now we're going to red. See the button also glows. So it's a cool flashlight. How practical is this? That's up to you to decide, but for me, it's pretty neat. As mentioned before, the light will run from 2 different power sources, either a AA at 1.5 volt battery or nickel metal hydride, or a 14500 style lithium ion battery at 3.7 volts. You get the best performance and the tail cap LEDs from that 14500 style battery only, but I did test both battery types. With the 14500, the light steps down from 100% relative output after 2 minutes and then ran at 55% relative output and declined in a slow manner. To me, the curve looks like it's an unregulated light. Total runtime was 1 hour and 10 minutes, but this light stayed on in Firefly mode for an additional 2.5 hours. Maximum heat I saw was 48C at 20 minutes. The exposed copper does a nice job of wicking away that heat and adds some style points too. And the light does have low voltage protection. I did the same test with nickel metal hydride rechargeables, Amazon Basic high capacity in this case, and they've been proven to be a good performance for me in the past. And here we saw a very flat output curve maintaining 98% relative output for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Heat here was minimal, and I saw the peak being at 36C at the end of the runtime. The UI here is very simple. It's a 4-mode light. Starting at the low mode, here is 1 up from that, 3 and 4. That's your brightest setting there. There is memory when the light is off, but you've got to have it off for 3 seconds and then it will memorize that setting. So we come back on and you can see we were back at that same mode. It's a little bit clunky of a memory mode interface. There is strobe mode as well. Once the light is on, give it a half press 6 times. And you do get strobe. So for me, the pros are this is just a fun light with that TurboGlow. It's a cool idea and something you don't see from a lot of other flashlights. I like the choice of body colors and emitter options here, and it's got a good beam profile for EDC. The cons are there's no clip included, but there are options on the market that fit, like the Raylight clip, which is what I've done. The glow ring isn't included, and without it or a clip, it leaves a gap on the body. But the water resistance is fine with that gap. And I don't like that the memory mode takes a long time to memorize memorize. It's clunky. My conclusion is the fun with the Lumintop Gift G1 is in that TurboGlow body. It's available in several colors, and the LEDs in the tail cap are a fun touch too, but you only get that when using that 14500 battery. Inside, it's basically a Lumintop tool, which is a good EDC style light. For me, the letdown was no pocket clip, a must on a light this size if I'm going to EDC it, but I was lucky that the clips from my Raylight Pineapple and Land fit it to make it more usable on a daily basis for me. I think this would make a great gift, a nice addition to a Flashaholics collection, since there's very few other lights like this, or someone who's a TurboGlow fanatic. It'd also make a good gift for a child, although it's a little bit expensive, and it'd be a great way to get kids into a flashlight hobby because of that glow-in-the-dark nature. So let me know what you think of the Lumintop Gift G1, if it's going to be on your wish list, or if you think it'd make a nice gift for someone you'd know. Don't forget, if you're interested, Lumintop has provided that coupon. I'll have a link for that in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.